Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My dear students, I'm Mohammad Murad Agriculture, Senior Lecturer, Department of Agriculture Studies, Milestone College, Uttara Dhaka. Today, I'll try to discuss Chapter 2, Section 7. The chapter name is Poultry Feeding. After complete this video lecture, you will able to understand some points which is feed or ration concepts and what is balanced ration, some characteristics of ration, functions of balanced ration, feed ingredients, intake by chicken and feed intake by duck. Let's start the topics. First of all, you have a look here. This is, I write it down here, feed. That means, what do you mean by feed? For a poultry feeding in a poultry farm, this is the first requirement of a farm, which is poultry farm. The feed, about 70%. If you have a look here, about 70% cost required for purchasing the feed in a poultry farm. That means this is more than 50% costing. And what is feed then? This feed provide uh, uh, energy, and this is feed are required for growth, maintenance, and production. And this poultry feed they can get from the grains and byproducts. Then what is ration? Ration means a poultry bird which get about 24 hours the food, that is called ration. That means within the food 24 hours the poultry birds take that food is called ration. And next point is, what is balanced ration? Balanced ration means the ration which have got the all type of nutrient present is called balanced ration. For example, carbohydrate, protein, fat, mineral, etc. If you have a look here, you can find some picture which is first one is here is fish meal. That means this is dry fish meal. When you make the poultry feed or ration, that time we make all type of feed ingredients, which I will talk you later on. Just have a look on this picture, and they make the powder and mix it up. This one is fish meal. Here the rice polish, they come from the rice husk. Then oyster shell, you have to make it powder, then mix with the food. And then sesame oil cake. Here some others as well, feed ingredients, which I will talk you later. Next, the important thing is characteristics of ration. When you select the ration, that time you have to understand the characteristics. That means the food should be fresh and good quality, and that will be present the all type of necessary ingredients or nutrients on that food. And that food should be free from microorganisms like virus, bacteria, then and as well the fungus, parasite as well. And the various ingredients will be formulated together, and that will be easily digestible for the poultry. And definitely you have to think about the costing as well. If the cost is less, the profit will be more. And then the food should be very good. That will be no bad smell or odor present in the food. Out fresh, definitely fresh, and that will be quite available. Next is functions of balanced ration. What will be the functions of balanced ration? Previously I told you of the ration which is as present all type of nutrient is called balanced ration. So what will be the functions? This balanced ration on supply energy, increase the body growth, then increase and good build up the bone as well, and damage repair the cell damage and maintain growth, and water balance, then produce blood in the body, and prevents from the disease. That means disease resistant power increase, and lastly produce more eggs and meat. This is the chart of a feed ingredient. If you have a look, here I write down the all type of protein, nutrient element, which is carbohydrate, protein, fat, mineral, vitamin, and water. And this is the source of that feed ingredient. That means if you just understand where the nutrient come from and which food got which nutrient, then that will be very good for the farm as well. Then after all, you can get more profit. Like here is the carbohydrate. The source of carbohydrate is wheat, corn, rice husk, then rice, broken rice, wheat bran. And then protein sources: fish meal, wild cake, mustard oil cake, soybean meal. Fat sources: various vegetables, that means palm oil, sesame oil, that means oil substance. Mineral is common salt, oyster shell, bone meal, egg shell. Vitamin comes from vegetable vitamins, and water comes from fresh water and fresh pure water. So you have to memorize this one very attentively, otherwise you will miss the MC question from here. Next is feed for chicken, but you have to understand first which age they need what type of feed. Like I said, poultry is purpose of poultry we rear, that is two types. One is layer and the other one is broiler. Broiler means for meat producing, and layer means the egg producing. So first 0 to 8 weeks they need layer, need starter ration, that is not too much ration. 9 to 19 weeks they need grower ration, and 20 to 72 weeks, that means the mature layer chicken, they need layer ration. Next, what would be the broiler? 0 to 2 weeks they need starter ration, 3 to 4 weeks they need grower ration, and 5 to 6 they need finisher ration, that means last age. If you have a look this chart, this chart's all about how many grams ration they need per day according to the age. First have a look. First week they need 10 gram per day for chicken, and for broiler they need 25 gram. Same thing, second week they need this type of ingredients. Fourth weeks they need 30 gram, and here 130 gram. When the age is increasing, the quantity is increasing as well. And age, that means the mature chicken, they need 115 gram per day, but broiler they don't need too much after 6 weeks, because we know that broiler chicken can be eat after 5 to 6 weeks later. Here you can see some ration making formulation. So how can you make a ration or for chicken? This is the ingredient. You can mix up this ingredient and make the ration, and this is the percentage. Like you can mix wheat, then wheat bran, rice polish, sesame oil cake, fish meal, bone meal, oyster shell, and salt. This is got the percentage as well. So you have to think about the all nutrient. That means when you prepare a for ration for poultry, that time you have to think about the nutrient, like wheat carbohydrate, fish meal protein, salt. That means this is the mixture of nutrient. And here the important thing is vitamin and mineral mix is depends on the manufacturer recommendation. And water, whatever they need, as they need, you have to provide them. Doesn't make any doesn't depends on the percentage. So if they need 1 liter per day, you have to provide them. If they need 1.5 liter, you have to provide them. It depends. Next stage, dark. So what will be the dark? So here you see 0 to 4 weeks they need the starter ration, 5 to 19 weeks they need dark ration, and 20 to rest they need dark ration. And here is the uh, duck requirement according to the age. Like first week they need 15 grams per day, again increasing after week and week. Like fourth week they need more, 35, sixth week they need 45, seventh week they need 50. So you have to memorize this type of thing properly. This is the method of ration formation of duck. That means you can make a ration for a duck. The ingredients will be this, and the ingredient percentage will be this. Like broken corn, 45 to 50 percent, rice polish, 10 to 15%, wild cake, 10 to 15%, soybean meal, 8 to 50%, and snail, common salt. You have to think about the nutrient as well. Mix up the nutrient. Do not just give broken corn every day. Not like this. The other things I want to tell you, which is this duck and chicken feed is for the commercial purpose. That means in the farm they do this type of feed, but the homestead area where 5, 4, 3 2 chicken or duck is rearing, in that place they don't need this type of planning formulation or planning ration, because in that area they rear in the open places. Like in the morning they release the chicken. All day they move around here and there and eat everything from the environment and come back at later. Sometimes the owner provides some food, or sometimes not. This is the uh, commercial purpose. Now so this is the topics we already discussed. Now let's discuss about the MCQ and CQ. First is MCQ. You have to read properly from every page and point out the important point for your MCQ exam, because this is your textbook, so you never know where the MCQ comes from. And what about the CQ? You might ask why the question mark is here, because the CQ is the slide I show you, and you can find in the your textbook as well different type of table and different type of formulation I show you today. So sometimes in the creative questions they might ask you for the making the formulation, so you have to understand and you have to memorize properly the ingredient name, the source name, the percentage of duck and poultry feeding. So this is the topic I discussed today. So if you face any problem, or if you do not understand anything, then let me know, or ask your submission. They definitely help you. And thank you.